Hey, welcome to the fifth match of Abzan tokens in Standard. This hand is fine, I suppose. Kind of lacking in black, but it does have a start and an anointed procession, and is good if I draw black. Sorry for muting my microphone at the end of the last video. My brother and his girlfriend walked in and started chatting at me, so I figured you'd not want to hear that. Sorry again. Alright. This looks like it's probably a mirror match. And given that it's mirror match, I am not inclined to cycle castouts. Can't think of any other popular deck that runs black-white. Swamp would be wonderful, and Renegade map is actually fine, because now I can sacrifice it to get black mana and cast Hidden Stockpile next turn. Swamp. Play swamp, play stockpile. Get the servo train rolling. Definitely Abzan tokens again. Alright, so I have the option of casting out his procession, or casting my own, or casting a stockpile and a procession. I'm going to cast my own procession. I want to save my cast out for a potential Vraska, because otherwise I can't really beat Vraska. For the moment, I have the advantage. So he's pushing that now so that I can't Revolta on my turn and start getting tokens. Although his plan is foiled by my clever drawing of Evolving Wilds at the last second. Fish out a swamp. There's a good chance that he starts here. Yeah, so he starts. How much do I want to block of these? I'm only going to block 2. Well, yeah, so he's getting Revolt from Renegade map anyways, so I'm not gaining value by not triggering his Revolt. I want to keep some servo, at least a servo alive, so that if he has another push, he can't take me off having servos, so that I can't Revolt the next turn. And if he does double Fatal Push, or Fatal Push finish, then next turn I can start and sacrifice one of them, and I'll be ahead. Now, he would have sacked the map and gotten a land and played Vraska if he had Vraska. So, given that he doesn't have Vraska, I do feel I'm quite favored right now. So now I'm going to cast my own start, and then trigger Revolt. Don't care for an Evolving Wilds, and now I get 4 servos. And now I have a commanding lead both in enchantments and in creatures. So now he has his own stockpile. I still have a stockpile lead, however. Let's see. Attack with everything. And play Anointer Priest. And... all that good, I think. Interesting. That's an interesting play. A quite possible Fumigate out of him. He did top a card. Don't feel the need to cast the Anointer Priest this turn. Because right now, I think... okay, another start. Okay, now this makes sense. I probably should have cast out the Anointed Procession. I'm still sandbagging it just because I feel like as I have the enchantment lead, the scary... okay, now I'm losing the enchantment lead. Might as well get rid of the Anointed Procession. I was trying to save it as long as possible just to hit a Vraska if he had a Vraska, but him tying up the enchantment battle means that I really want to take the I'm gonna just spend my mana now to start scrying a little. As tokens are not worth anything near as much as another good draw. Do one more scry. Moment. See if I can get a Vraska or start to finish. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's passable. At least that's a bunch of good draw or bad draws I don't have to draw. And then I reload with 4 tokens and have another 4 waiting with start finish. Oh, he's scrying right now? That's interesting. He's got no way of triggering Revolt anymore. I guess he can Revolt the Legion's Landing token now. Guess I'll let him scry before he knows that I have a start, but eh. Okay. Start. How many tokens do I want to sacrifice? Sacrifice 1, I think. Start there. Yeah, I'll just keep Vraska. Bottom. Cast the Vraska. This is an unassailable turn. Board position. Alright. In the tokens mirror match, cut some Fumigates. Sacred Cats is also kind of bad. Let's see. Duresses, Bloodfast, Lost Legacy, Ixalan's Binding, Angel of Sanctions. Can cut some fatal pushes. What else to cut? Cut some cut an Anointer Priest. Into Legion's Landing. Maybe I want to cut Start to... Nah. I do want to leave in the Miser copy of Fumigate, just in case he gets a really big board position with like a bunch of Embalmed Angels of Sanctions and I need to clear it out somehow. It's just a nice emergency measure against the deck. Basically taking out almost all the early game stuff and putting in a bunch of late game engines, because this match tends to come down to who can grind the hardest. Which does make it an entertaining match, to be honest. Alright. Well, I guess it really favors the person who gets more processions and the other thing. Vraska is incredible in this matchup, though. So I have lands and important cards. I'll keep it. It's a lot of Evolving Wilds. Legion's Landing. Second Legion's Landing? No. Gotta get that F6 value by fetching those Evolving Wilds. I don't feel particularly inclined to crack the map in my deck, just because I want to have something sitting around for drawing a hidden stockpile later. Him having a start would be pretty bad. Did not want to see another hidden stockpile. So now he sacks a servo. Now he ends up with two things. I don't think I can justify Ixalan's binding a Legion's Landing, though. Just to prevent it from flipping. So my options are basically... I could just... I could cast out a stockpile. Or I could procession myself. Or I could binding a stockpile, which limits him to one binding, and then maybe I can play another cast out on the other binding. On the other stockpile. Interesting. If you're an expert Abzan tokens player and can provide some insight into what you would make in this play, I would be happy to hear it. So, let's see. I think I'm gonna go... I'm not gonna play... I'm gonna play Cast Out on a thing. The worst thing that could happen is him playing an Anointed Procession, which... Or a Vraska, actually. Vraska would be even worse. But if he plays Anointed Procession, then casting it out, Let's put on a stop on the opponent's end step. Then casting it out would be preferable to having binding a stockpile. Actually, scratch that. So he sacrifices a servo. And now I'm going to cast out a stockpile. Either way, he's getting 2 servo tokens. And then next turn, I binding procession, and he can't play another procession until he kills my binding. And then I play Vraska and start killing his enchantments. May have tunnel visioned a little too hard on the taking out all of my creatures thing, though. Because he does have enough creatures that he can actually start seriously threatening me. And if this is a Vraska, then I'm just in deep, deep, deep trouble. Angel of Invention. Ah, so he's playing that card. Well, I take 8. Down to 6. Yeah, I think I need Fumigate or I'm dead. That end. Well, now that I know his board plan is to be more on the creature side of things, I think I'm going to bring back in some more Fumigates. To that end, I fetch now. Don't draw Fumigate and die. Okay. So against this player, I want a couple more Fumigates and maybe less a Bloodfast, less a Lost Legacy. See how that does. It's also possible that his draw was just about most of his deck's creatures, and the rest of his deck is more value stuff. Well, we do have Legion's Landing and a cast out, and a bunch of lands. I generally feel like mulligning in this matchup is kind of sketchy. It's hard to get like a really hand you look at and go, wow, this is an amazing hand, you know? I guess a bunch of hidden stockpiles would be that. I'm actually fine with the Fragmentize on the Legion's Landing. It means he's not fragmentizing something that's better. I do need green source. Something like a treasure map would be wonderful. Hidden stockpile I'm not going to be unhappy about. I'd rather have the Scry than the lifelink. Sure, I'll keep another cast out. Just cast out one of his priests, I suppose. Feels so bad to do this, but I think I just need to not take tons of damage. Him not attacking with those warriors gives me a pretty strong read on him having, like, Legion's Landing next turn, I want to say, but at the same time, that doesn't make entirely a lot of sense. Because he should have attacked anyways and played Legion's Landing and had 3 creatures. I don't know. Session. So his best answer to Vraska is a cast out. So what I'm doing here, the reason I blocked, is now he only has 2 damage. So next turn I activate the map, get a forest, play the forest, play Vraska, minus kill Anointed Procession. I've revolted, I get a token, he has 2 attackers and Vraska's at 3, and I keep the cast out in my hand to kill his potential cast out, which is his only answer to Vraska, and if he also casts out Vraska, then that resets her loyalty. So I do feel pretty good about this game right now. And of course, Angel of Sanctions is just generically useful and nice. So, cast Vraska. Kill Anointed Procession. Get a servo. He can't kill Vraska this turn. And then I start +2ing and getting pirates. Yeah, this looks good. This looks very good. I think his draw for the turn was Concealed Courtyard. So he attacks Vraska. I'll block with a servo token. I'm using the treasure to pay just so that I can get the revolted scry. Or not scry, but servo token at the end of the turn. Now he's going to cast out my Angel of Sanctions? Guess I'm just going to sacrifice it. I'm very surprised that he didn't cast out Vraska. But that's his prerogative, I suppose. I don't need another map. Interesting plays. Interesting plays. Oh, okay, so now he plays the second cast out and casts out Vraska. The Legion's Landing. Now I have the choice of cast out on cast out, or Angel of Sanctions Embalm on cast out. And I think I'm going to wait for the Angel of Sanctions Embalm till I can have a Anointed Procession in play. And exile 2 things. I think casting out here is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take my scry on the servo and bottom that. And sit on this nice and shiny Vraska Relic Seeker. And he's under a pretty significant threat because I have more stuff than him that matters in basically every way. So, I suppose I should have played my Anointer Priest first. If that matters, I will be very surprised. I will take another Vraska. What is better than one Vraska? How about two of them? Next turn I probably will just ultimate for 21 damage, and then attack for lethal. Here, your life total becomes 1. Alright, so 3-2 with Abzan tokens. Thanks for watching. If you are seeing misplays, please let me know. I'm nowhere near good enough at standard. I need lots of practice. You can see right here all of the different standard decks I've been testing. And some of them have been pretty awful, and some of them have been better, but Abzan tokens is the one I've been having the most success with. Yeah, let me know if you've got any comments, advice, suggestions. Thanks for watching.